Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. You know, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yes, it has.
Yeah, it's been a minute. We are committed to continuing on our campground reviews, but we had a little bit of a pause, as you can see here.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about our campground reviews, but we're gonna first talk about a little situation that we had before we got to our current campground.
Yeah.
Because we're currently in Utah.
Yeah.
But we spent the summer in Colorado.
Yeah.
And our last place we were in Durango, and it got cold enough to snow.
Got cold enough to snow. Yeah. Temperatures dropped a little bit, and the temperatures dropped. It was a little light dusting of snow. But so when I went out to walk Charlie in the evening, I was like, oh, look at the cute little snow. Just a little bit. And those stairs had ice on them, and I didn't see the ice, and I just flew down those stairs so fast. It was stunning. And so I broke my leg. So that's given us pause, slowed things down just a bit. But we're glad to be back.
Yes.
Yes.
And on the break, it was a fracture.
Yes.
So thankfully it didn't require surgery. We were on pins and needles, literally.
Really?
Waiting to find out if surgery was going to be needed, and thankfully it was not.
Yes.
So you're just in a boot.
Yeah.
And you're doing great.
Yeah. Healing well. And I'll tell you, when you're out here on the road, you can be in any number of places in these United States, and some places have, maybe a little clinic. Some places have more robust health care. Thankfully, our RV park was right down the street, not even a mile, I don't think, from the Centura healthcare system, and it was robust. Yeah, I actually got my shots there, and this situation happened actually a week before the week we were supposed to leave, it happened. So we were delayed by a week, and because there was no getting in to see an orthopedic surgeon to confirm what needed to happen. And thankfully, so there was a lot of gratitude around this. Thankfully, it wasn't worse. Thankfully, it wasn't in the middle of ski season, because it probably would have been 2 weeks before I would have been able to see an orthopedic surgeon. And thankfully, we got a chance to see the orthopedic surgeon that I got a chance to see. Brett Smith, doctor of orthopedic wizardry. This guy is internationally renowned. So, if you're going to have something like that happen, it was good to have it in a place like that. Durango was a fine city. We enjoyed it.
We had a great time there, and you just had a little bump. In the road.
Speed bump.
Slowed us down for a little while, but here we are.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Today's video really is to keep on our campground reviews. It's a short one because we only stayed one night here. In our travels, we've said this before, we usually try to stay around a 3-hour drive, 300 miles, and definitely want to get there before around 3 o'clock, 3:30.
Yeah.
And so if there's sometimes a route that requires us to exceed any of those, we look for a one-night stay.
Yeah.
So today's review is really on one of those campgrounds that was we just stayed there for one night.
Yeah, and so this will be brief, but as in all of our campground reviews, the point is to help you understand, if you're a big rig like us, we're a 44-foot 2021 Grand Design 399 TH for toy hauler. That's not a small rig.
Yeah, momentum, yeah.
Momentum, yes. I always forget the momentum.
It's not a small rig, so we want to make sure that we're, if we've stayed there, we want to let we want to let you guys know if it was easy for us to navigate, because there isn't a lot of stuff bigger than this. So if we were able to get in there, then hopefully you will be too.
Yes. So today's review is about Holiday Palm, and this is in Quartzsite, Arizona. One of the things about Quartzsite, if you know anything about the RV community, is that a lot of rallies are held in this area. It's a really teeny little town, but it's kind of out there in the desert, wide open spaces, lots of BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, lots of that out there. So things like rallies and
lots of boondocking
out there for sure. Yeah. And we were there on November 21st. And so what's so fun about doing this campground review, is in another couple of weeks on November 21st, we will be full-time RVers for one whole year.
Amazing.
So, it's amazing. So hopefully you'll be there to do. We're going to do a video on that day. We're going to roll a video of us popping open a bottle of bubbly
and celebrating.
Yes, and celebrating that. So hopefully you'll join us for that. This campground had full hookups. There were. It was a gravel site. I would say it was pretty easy to navigate. The spacing was pretty wide, as I recall. And, like she said, we were only there for one night. So things like cell service, laundry facilities, groceries nearby, whether there was a Camping World or Ace Hardware, we didn't have those experiences. But one thing I will say is that the management was really good in terms of booking, getting a confirmation. I always appreciate getting an email confirmation. There's still some campgrounds that are like, no, just pencil it in. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Because it's harder for us to readjust on the dime, so to speak.
Yeah.
If for some reason we don't have a confirmed confirmation, so we really like to make sure we're set. We've got a reservation.
Charlie likes that too. I heard him bark.
He's apparently also very concerned about that.
Yeah.
So it was good check-in.
Yeah.
Good management. And I do remember, even though it was a year ago, and it was, I think, our first stop.
It was our first stop
our very first
out of California.
Stop out of California when we first left. So even a pull-through, which was kind of funny, should have been easy. We still had to maneuver a little bit. But what I do recall, and I don't know, you might have it in here, is there was a fair amount of what I thought was full-time. Or were there full-timers there?
Yeah, this is a place, and there's a couple of places in Quartzsite. And it's interesting, so you have to do your own research. Like, as with all of this, please do your own research. We do have a Yelp review. We'll put that down in the comments. There's a lot of campgrounds in Quartzsite where there's people that live there, like, full-time.
And in I think in this one, even, they had mobile homes, too. Well,
yes.
It was a mix. I think it was a mix of mobile homes and RVs.
Yeah. And if I'm remembering correctly, because this was a year ago, there's there's a lot of side-by-sides and ATVs out in this, part of Arizona. So a lot of people like to get out and ride those. So you'll see some of those in the park as well. But yeah, there really wasn't anything else because, like I said, it was a one-night stay. But would we stay there again? Yeah. Was it big rig friendly? Yeah, it was. I mean, this was our first trip out after taking a 2-day RV driving school class and never having driven anything like this or this big before. So if we could get in there without tearing up the park and tearing up the RV.
Certainly you can too.
Yes. Yeah. Charlie does give this a paw up. He enjoyed this as well. And yeah, top 3, bottom 3.
Yeah, so basically our top 3 was a pull through and it was easy to navigate.
Yeah.
They had clean facilities, or at least clean grounds.
Yeah.
I don't know that we used some of the restrooms and the washing and all that, but the grounds themselves were clean.
Yeah.
And then they had a COVID protocol in place.
Yeah.
At check-in, you said there was plexiglass.
Yeah.
And things to help keep the campers, people safe. People safe.
Yeah.
As far as I would say, maybe our negatives, and again, we weren't there very long, but there wasn't much to the town that we stayed at.
So if you want to go out for dinner, you might want to rethink that.
Because we ate in that night.
And we're fine to do that.
We're fine to do that.
Yeah, just prepare for that. Yeah, even for a one-night stay.
Even for one night, yeah. And then, again, not a lot of options for gas, takeout. Just wasn't a lot in that specific part of the town we were in. And then we didn't notice a lot of trash cans around the grounds, I guess.
That's a funny thing, in this last year, that's one thing that stands out. Are there a lot of trash cans? Because
and where are they located?
And where are they located? Do I have to hike 10 miles to get to it? And then are there, if it's a dog-friendly place, are there the little doggy bags and dog, or is there a dog area? These are the kinds of things that have mattered to us in this year. And so, that's a good top 3, bottom 3.
Yep.
Yeah. So stay tuned. So on November 21st, we will have another video. We will pop that bottle of champagne, and we'll just kind of give you the highlights over this last year of how
and maybe tumbles. Highlights and tumbles.
Highlights and tumbles
from our first year on the road.
Yeah. So we'll see you on the 21st, and thank you for joining. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Hey, we are almost to 100 subscribers, and that is exciting. So if you have not already subscribed and hit the notify button and liked and commented and all that stuff, please do. And for all of those who have already, thank you so much for engaging. We'll see you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.